Tonight's headlines are brought to you by McDonald's and Mariana's Coffee.
Good evening, Commonwealth, and thanks for watching the Channel 2 News. I'm Sakurako Halstead.
And I'm Dan Shore. Let's take a look at tonight's top stories. Firefighters successfully put out a fire in the Chalan Kanoa area.
Also tonight, we hear from a local scientist and data logger aboard the Nautilus Explorer.
And a long-awaited pavement project leading up to the top of the island is in the works.
In sports, 2 local men hit the sands on a beach volley court in the West Coast.
Stay with us. These stories and more are next.
Let your people know. When it comes to the pickle to chicken ratio, some people, they playing in your face, but not the McCrispy.
I love Marianas coffee. Come join me for a cup. I think you would be really happy.
Hafa Day, Tirawami, and good evening, Commonwealth.
You're watching the Channel 2 News on May 23rd from our studio on Capitol Hill.
A fire extinguished this morning in Chalan Kanoa. A fire tears through a residential structure today in Chalan Kanoa. Black smoke billows from a residence behind Terry's Snack Shop in CK. Robert Mojica, firefighter and fire department public information officer.
So there was a fire in CK. The first initial call was at 12:12 p.m. and then first arriving units on scene were there by 12:17. We went in, we made entry. It was a single-story family dwelling. The whole place was fully engulfed when I got on scene. We made entry, and we were able to control the fire by 1:35 p.m. We still have guys on scene right now that are just doing what's called mop-up, ensuring that there's no more flames, no more fires that are inside the housing.
All residents were evacuated from the building and no one was hurt. The cause of the fire is still under investigation.
From my knowledge, it was a wood and tin structure, but I don't believe that it was, it could have started just because of the heat. I'm assuming that there's more to it. So Terry's Snack is safe. The school is safe. We do, though, encourage the public, because we did see a bunch of people that were trying to make entry. If you see the police or if you see the fire department and we're trying to stop you, we're obviously not going to let you come through. There is an incident happening, so please, turn around. I know it's a hassle, but just go the other direction. We're trying to keep you safe. We're trying to keep the public safe.
Though this fire is unlikely to have been affected by ongoing drought conditions, a grass fire has been reported on Mount Tapochau.
It is fire season. I think last week we had 3 brush fires. One was next to the airport, next to that abandoned hotel. There was a bunch that were up north. And, we do advise the public, if you guys are going to be burning, please, get a permit, make sure that you're burning safely. Do small burns if possible. Make areas around your house wet just in case.
The inside scoop on findings, the most interesting experience, and challenges for our locals aboard the Nautilus. The Nautilus Live Ocean Exploration Trust is currently examining the seafloor in the Mariana Arc and around our chain of islands for research and mapping. On board the Nautilus is our local superintendent of the Mariana Trench Marine National Monument, Sean McDuff, and Northern Marianas College Natural Resources Program Coordinator, Kelsey McClellan. Together, along with scientists and crew members, they use remotely operated vehicles, ROV, to dive deep into our local waters. These are some of their findings.
For me, it's all new, but I guess the research objectives of the ship was to map changes in the geology and volcanism at some of the sites, and some of those sites are within the monument. Ahi, which we went to a few days ago, and Toto, which was the first one we visited maybe 2 weeks ago. So after, volcanism underwater, they want to see how the volcano grew or changed, or so they're doing that. And then on the side, they're doing a lot of biology. So we have experts here collecting samples and interacting with folks on shore to get some samples for their studies. So, and then on the way, wherever we go, they're mapping the bottom. So we're getting a lot of things all at once.
The deeper the dive, the less sunlight there is, and life form underneath changes from familiar and abundant to new and sometimes strange. McClellan and McDuff describe their most interesting experience thus far.
I think it was the Ahi dive, right? The one up by Uracus.
If you ask me, that was pretty cool.
If you ask me, that one was pretty cool too.
Yeah, it was the shallower dive. You just see a lot of biomass, so a lot of big jacks, a lot of sharks. We saw some bottom fish. Just a lot of activity in the water. It was pretty interesting, amazing to see.
On this expedition, being out at sea from May 7th to May 29, the challenges the two personally faces include time and graduation season.
Being out here for 22 days is, that's it. There's not a lot for me to for challenging on my end, but you do have to, the transit times are long. I think that's what was one of my responses. I think one of them was like 28 hours to get from one site to the next. That's that is long, but there's a lot of people on the boat to kind of pass the time, and you get to learn and interact with a bunch of other professionals on the ship, and do kind of interested in the same thing. And so that's kind of like the saving grace was.
I've been fortunate that the internet connection's so great because I've still been teaching and grading. Grades were due last Friday for our graduates, but now grades are done. And so we have our graduation for our students coming up on Friday. So I will be streaming that from the ship as well. And I think I agree with Sean. 3 weeks is a long time. I am definitely excited to get back home. I'm homesick for Saipan, and excited to go sit on the beach and relax.
Yeah, I missed 2 barbecues already.
I know. It's too many.
Oh, congratulations to all the graduates today at NMC.
The highest point in Saipan could have a paved road leading to it in the near future. Secretary of Department of Public Works Ray Yumo says 4 bid submissions were made for a road that has been seeking pavement for several years. The bidding has closed and submissions are up for review.
The Montabucho Road, which is Route 310, starts at the base of Capitol Hill and it goes all the way up to the peak. So this is a section of road that had been dogging past administrations to get paved.
Challenges with engineering aspects, costs, available funding, and property owners needing to sign off to get the project moving has previously prevented roadwork from being done.
Federal highway will not allow any federal funds to be expended if the road that is being proposed to be paved utilizing federal funds still has some unresolved issues. We were able to clear all of that up in addition to the Fish and Wildlife, the NEPA aspects.
Yumo says this project is in its final phase of processes before beginning construction work. He shares the multiple benefits of paving the road.
Montabucho Road is a very important piece of highway because it leads up to the peak, and the peak we have communications equipment for Department of Public Safety, of course, our telecommunication equipment from our cell phone providers are up there, even our radio and television companies that are broadcasting have signals being broadcasted at that peak. And then the most important aspect too is tourism. It is a highly visited tourist attraction to go up to the peak as a lookout. So we're excited that we're finally going to break ground going forward.
Yumo says rain and runoff being a concern for the area, in addition to needing a 4x vehicle, will be a thing of the past.
Right, so it's not just the paving. There will be drainages. There will be a couple ponding basins as well to capture the run of water so that it does not cause any damages to the property owners down below. So those have all been addressed through the architectural and engineering design phase of the project. So it should not be an issue once the construction is done. A little footnote that we're also paving a portion of the intersection where Montabucho Road meets Chalan Kanoa Road. It's going to come down about 500 or so feet. Unfortunately, that is a separate road. We're only able to come down that far, but that's important because it's such a steep angle. So we wanted to take care of that.
Coming up, MVA is to the taste of Marianas as Titiza's is to Chicken Kelaguen. A cook-off is going down this weekend.
And LJ Castro, the voice for CNMI Fight Nights, is readying to call the fiery match to come.
Find a plan that goes with your flow. Get unlimited local talk, text, and data at the most affordable rate with Unlimited Flow Postpaid.
Let your people know. When it comes to the pickle to chicken ratio, some people, they playing in your face, but not the McCrispy.
Half a day, CNMI. Did you know that car crashes are the leading cause of death for children ages 1 to 13? In order to keep your children safe during a car crash, make sure you select the right type of car seat for their age and size. A rear-facing car seat should be used from birth to 12 months or up to 3 years old. Forward-facing car seats are for children from 1 to 3 or up to 7 years old. Booster seats are for children from 4 to 7 or up to 12 years old. Seat belts are for children 8 to 12 years old or older. For a seat belt to fit properly, the lap belt must lie snugly across the upper thighs, not the stomach. The shoulder belt should lie snugly across the shoulder and chest and not across the neck or face. Do not move your child to the next car seat level until he or she reaches the top height and weight limit allowed by your car seat's manufacturer. Remember, your children are the most precious cargo when driving. Keep us safe and buckle us in. We depend on you. Thank you.
At Mariana's Beach Resort, come to the edge of the ocean and experience the best sunsets on Saipan at Skipper's Beach Bar. Open daily from 5 p.m. till 9 p.m., Skipper's is the perfect place to unwind with great friends, great weather, and stunning ocean views. and every hour is happy hour with $3.99 craft draft beer, local food specials, and live music. Bring a friend or make some new ones. Skipper's is where memories are made. Skipper's Beach Bar, the best sunsets, the best fun. Come join us tonight. See you at the beach.
But I think of you sometime. Want to spend some time with you. Just the two of us.
Let's go.
Let's go, let's go, let's go!
Let's go!
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go!
Let's go! Let's go.
Welcome back. You're watching the Friday night edition of the Channel 2 News.
There are merely 3 flights arriving at Saipan International today, but for those arriving, it is always a special occasion. On the early morning flight from Guam, some celebrate successes, some aim for future success, and some facilitate success for others. Leonard Manuel is returning to his Saipan home for vacation after successfully working for the last 9 months in the corporate sector in Manila, Philippines.
I prefer the city life just because I'm used to it now, but it's also good to come back here once in a while and just rest. Good to be back.
Kiyahi Manglonia is returning home after taking MEPS exams for the Marines in Guam.
But unfortunately, I wasn't able to make it, so now I'm going to try out the Navy.
Kiyahi explains why he will continue his pursuit of a military career.
Honestly, like thinking about this island, the economy is going down and everything's getting pricey, so I don't think I can stay much longer, to be real with you.
But in the event that the economy does get better, do you plan to return eventually?
It actually depends, because I've been here for like 18 years, and it's been bad since I've been here, so like, I don't know. I don't plan on returning anytime soon.
I guess in your opinion, what do you think the CNMI could do to, improve?
Honestly, there's not much you can do now because we're running low on money. Or probably bring more tourists in and open up buildings again, like the DFS or probably the movies. I know the movies got close April 30. So like, please open it back up for us. Shout out to my family and see you guys later.
And there are those on this island who maintain optimism, hope, and offer practical solutions to economic concerns. President of the Northern Marianas College, Galvin De Leon Guerrero, returns from a conference in Guam.
Things are great. We have graduation this Friday. We have over 200 graduates, and we're very excited for our students to enter the workforce and contribute to our economic recovery.
After Friday night's graduation, the next group of enthusiastic freshmen are waiting in the wings to enter into the rarefied air of higher education.
We usually get anywhere between 300 and 400, so we'll see. We always look forward to welcoming the new batch of freshmen.
All right. Anything else you'd like to say?
Hafiz Zentiro, CNMI. Have a beautiful day.
To our returning family, we say welcome back and welcome home. And to our friends Lee Mae McMillan and Michael from Dallas, Texas, who just this week arrived on our shores to visit friends with a plan to
swim, dive, eat, stay outside.
And who swam, dove, ate, and stayed outside.
We swam out to the tanks in the water and we snorkeled out there and saw like all the fish and some seahorses that were like living around the tanks. So just the combination of like the nature, but also the war history was wild.
We also swam and snorkeled at the grotto, which was beautiful. It was such pretty water.
Yeah.
I was gonna say also just everybody was super friendly and super welcoming. So
Yeah.
just a very like easy place to get around and hang out with people.
Yeah, but it was very, very good.
Super fun trip.
More people should come visit.
Yeah.
Lee May also wanted to acknowledge 500 sails for being one of the highlights of her trip. Oh, she also loved Chamorro food. We also say welcome to Saipan and adios. Though Saipan itself is experiencing moments of success, moments of doubt, and moments of hope, through it all, it is still but a dream that we are all fortunate to be living in.
Thank you. It was nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, and hope you enjoyed your trip, and thank you, and come again.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
A local culinary challenge awaits tomorrow night. Who will take the win? This weekend at the Taste of Marianas, the Marianas Visitors Authority hosts the 3rd annual chef competition, a battle between the Hotel Association of the Northern Mariana Islands, HANMI, and the culinary program of the Northern Marianas Technical Institute, NMTech. 3 judges chosen by MVA, HANMI, and NMTech will judge the cook-off with a staple of the Marianas, chicken Calaguin, barbecue chicken cured with lemon mixed with local flavors. The kicker, HANMI competitors are NMTech alumni. So who's it gonna be? Head to American Memorial Park this Saturday, May 24th to find out.
On a day when a fire was fought in Chalan Kanoa, another fire is rapidly approaching, and the voice announcing said fire, a mild-mannered guy many of us simply know as LJ. Tomorrow night at the Roundhouse in Garapan, Trench Tech presents Ring of Fire, a boxing and kickboxing combat event. And the voice ringing through the air throughout the evening will be none other than LJ Castro.
LJ is the man with the master plan, lattery, and spam in our language, bro. So that means he's very good. LJ's been doing this for a long time, man. He's the choice voice here in the CNMI.
Mr. Castro, a former legislator and now Youth Congress leader, began as the Saipan Voice of Mixed Martial Arts 17 years ago.
When I started out with Trench Tech, let's just put it this way, even though I had a lot of years watching wrestling and boxing with my dad and my uncles, when it came time to actually announcing in front of a live crowd, I was greener than horse, you know. Yeah. Even Cookie would tell you, the very first time I shouted, it's Guerra time, crickets. So, you know, like, I mean, I always thought it was going to be like a one-time thing, and, you know, almost a couple decades later, I'm still around Trench Tech, so I think I'm doing something right. You know.
LJ, being a communicator, has developed into more than just a fan of the fight game he announces.
Yeah, I'm a fan first. You know, it goes back to being a 5-year-old kid sitting next to my dad watching Mike Tyson, Michael Spinks fight. It's the first boxing match I remember watching. And then obviously, like, obviously I was a wrestling fan. I still watch it now. So a lot of that energy comes about with it, not just Bruce Buffer or Michael Buffer. There's a little bit of Howard Finkel thrown in there. And being exposed to watching UFC videos with my siblings, like when it started back in the cowboy days of the UFC where there were no rules. So I started out as somebody interested in it, to have the opportunity to get the chance to actually do this. I mean, on a local level, that's something never thought I'd do, but always wondered it'd be cool to do that one day.
Tomorrow night, the event is Ring of Fire at the Roundhouse.
Obviously, we live in the Ring of Fire. You know, the Pacific is encircled, is encapsulated by, plates, tectonic plates, and volcanic and geothermal systems. So the ring of fire comes from that. When our competitors lock horns, all you see is just that fire. Doesn't matter if it's an amateur fighter, they're fighting in front of thousands of people like Frank the Crank has done numerous times. There's always that competitive spirit, that fire that comes out of the eyes of our fighters. And it also starts somewhere. So for Trench Stick and for the Marianas, we believe it starts in the Ring of Fire.
Well, this is what we call the Ring of Fire, Dan. So it's an actual boxing ring. It's the squared circle. Fighters are going to be battling in a 14 by 14 foot cage. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. It's touch gloves and do battle.
Prelim fights start tomorrow night at 5 p.m., main card at 6:30 p.m. LJ Castro will be voicing all night long.
It's guerra time!
Coming up in sports, sun, sand, and volley in California. The journey to Pacific Mini Games Palau and beyond. Stay tuned, Sinamay!
At one of Saipan's beaches, this mother lays about 100 eggs under the cover of darkness. She hides her nest as best she can and then slowly makes her way back to the ocean. The eggs hatch and the babies head for the sea, where they will face a daily dose of danger. Just 1 in 1,000 will make it to adulthood. Those that do will one day lay their own eggs. Sea turtles are protected under CNMI law. If you see one that is stranded or if you see illegal activity, call the hotline at 287-8537. Welcome to Marianas Beach Resort, and now welcome to Marianas Coffee. Indulge in the rich, smooth taste of classic coffee, or treat yourself to one of our signature creations with the best coffee roasted right here in Saipan. Craving something fun? Try our cracking marshmallow milkshake, or one of our refreshing milk teas. Stay cool with locally grown lemongrass lemonade, the perfect tropical twist. Pair your drink with our delicious cakes, dessert, sandwiches, and salads freshly made just for you. And with super fast Wi-Fi, it's the perfect place to work or unwind. Marianas Coffee at Marianas Beach Resort, where great coffee meets great style. Location, location, location. Office space on Capitol Hill available now at the Hermosa Vista Business Park. With natural light and ocean views, it's the perfect place for creative professionals. So upgrade your life and your working environment. Schedule an exclusive showing now. Call us at 670-483-4750 or email hvsaipan@gmail.com.
Buenas sports fans.
fans, 2 Saipan boys showcasing their skills in the Golden State. If you are rooting for the home team, you would be happy no matter who won or lost. Our Chris Nelson reports.
Reigning bronze medalists in the Pacific, Logan Mister and Andrew Johnson, found themselves on opposite sides of the court in Southern California, both chasing a title. The boys have won back-to-back medals in the Pacific, first in Saipan in the Pacific Mini Games, then a bronze medal in the Pacific Games held in the Solomon Islands. Founded in 1962, the CBVA was created to bring together all levels of beach volleyball players to compete in high-quality tournaments along the California coast. This is the open category, the highest category. In the sun-splashed heat of Santa Monica, the two friends faced off not just for a spot in the finals, but for the respect of a growing beach volleyball community. Logan Mister in a gray t-shirt in a high-energy showdown with his longtime friend and former and future teammate Andrew Johnson, easily spotted under his signature cap. Their bond was obvious. Both boys born on the island of Saipan and will join forces this summer in Palau to battle for Pacific supremacy. Today, though, both athletes know what is on the line. Logan, in top form, showcased a mix of smart positioning, explosive power, and relentless defense. Andrew, equally composed and crafty, pushed back with smooth sets and sneaky drops and shots. It was a back-and-forth battle among fierce friends and today fierce competitors. Logan and his partner Rowdy found another gear, and they would take the semifinal, and then they would go on to win the final. They are the champs in Santa Monica. This summer, we're hoping both boys get all the wins as they come back home to represent the NMI together in Palau at the Pacific Mini Games, followed by another international tournament in Taiwan. From rivals to teammates, the islands are in good hands. Hey, golfers, come north and practice your game at the Marianas driving range. New Year's local specials. 10-piece coupon books available for just $60. That's a $10 savings. Want to get really good? Come work on your swing every day for just $99 per month. It's our practice pass and you're going to love it. Grab your passes and go straight to the range. You can social distance and chip all at the same time, and the views are free. Reserve now at marianastrekking.com. You can pay online, open 7 days a week.
Here's the weather. Tonight, partly cloudy with only a 10% chance of isolated showers, with low temperatures of around 79 degrees. The weekend will be much of the same, with mostly clear skies and only a 20% chance of isolated showers. Mild breezes and temperatures ranging from 88 degrees in the day down to 78 degrees at night. Oh, and Monday, Memorial Day, is expecting a 40% chance of raining on our parade. So if you will be attending a Memorial Day service, you might want to bring an umbrella. The sun will set tonight at 6:41 p.m. and will rise tomorrow morning at 5:47 a.m., just in time for the cookout competitors to pre-spice their Kelaguen, and the kickboxing competitors to tenderize their knuckles, while we all get our weekend sleep in order to have the energy to cheer them on. And I will see you in the water or on the land.
Well, that's news, sports, and weather. Thank you for joining us, Sinamai.
Have a wonderful Memorial Day weekend, and we'll see you on Monday.